And it's Ken Kreitzer for Sons of the American Legion Radio. I get the great opportunity to visit the USS Bainbridge, a Arleigh Burke-class destroyer, a hero of the rescue of Captain Richard Phillips off of Somalia in 2009, and have a chance to talk with the three of the sailors on the ship. And let me ask if they would each introduce themselves and tell us where they're from.
Hi, I'm Lieutenant Junior Grade Sarah Skelly. I'm from Northern California, a small town called Carmichael, right outside of Sacramento.
That's great. And our sailor here?
I'm OSSN Kaiser. I'm from Westminster, Maryland, a tiny town right outside of Baltimore.
Okay. And our third sailor?
I'm CTT-1 Balderson. I'm from Tacoma Park, Maryland. I joined the Navy in North Dakota.
That's great. Now, maybe we could ask each of you what you do on the ship and how long you've been in the Navy.
I received my commission through the ROTC program at the University of Maine, and I've been in the Navy for 3 years, and my job here on board is the anti-terrorism officer.
Very good, and certainly the ship has a history in that, and fighting the pirates off of Somalia. What are some of the challenges in that job?
Well, unfortunately, I wasn't here to see the Captain Phillips rescue. That would have been awesome. The job right now, main concerns for us is just making sure that we're safe wherever we pull into port and wherever we are overseas.
Very good. What do you like the best about the Navy?
Getting to meet all the sailors from around the world. That's probably the best part.
That's great. Thank you for your service. Now, let's ask, now again, your rank in the Navy is?
I'm an operations specialist.
Okay, now tell us a little bit about what that job entails here on the Bainbridge.
I work in the Combat Information Center, where we collect, evaluate, process, and display information, track surface contacts, and assist in the safe navigation of the ship.
That's great. All that high-tech equipment on an Arleigh Burke ship like this. What's your best part about serving in the Navy?
I've really enjoyed all the traveling that I've been able to do in the 1 year I've been in. I've already seen 3 different countries, and we've been underway for about a month now. We've been up and down the whole East Coast, Bahamas, Florida, now New York.
That's great. And our third sailor, tell us a little bit about how long you've been in the Navy, and we got a plane going overhead here at the Brooklyn passenger ship terminal. Tell us a little bit about how long you've served in the Navy and some of the duties that you've had.
So I'm CTT-1 Balderson again. I've been in the Navy 16 years. I have been, when I first started out, I was an avionics technician at AT. 10 years in, PTS converted me to an electronic warfare, or CTT, cryptologic tech. I've been on board this ship for 5 years. I transferred in September, and I've had a lot of good experiences in both rates, and a lot of good stories.
That's right. Now, you're one of the people we meet who's a real Navy veteran, 16 years service. You have a lot of young sailors in the Navy on a ship like this. What is it like for you to mentor some of the young sailors that come aboard?
That's one of the best things, right? So I think so they they love the old jokes, right? So I came in when I was 30, so 45 right now. But one of the best things about it, though, is to try to never let them show me up, right? So either physically or mentally or being witty or whatever, and being able to bring them in and make them feel good, and to be very approachable for them to come to for whatever they need.
Absolutely. Now, tell us a little bit about where have been some of the places that you've served, some of the ships that you've been on before the Bainbridge.
So my first coming into the Navy out of RTC, I went to Pensacola, NAS Pensacola, for training at AT. My first duty station was NAS Sigonella. After that, I met my wife there. Came from there to NAS Jacksonville, doing 2M solder tech and cable repair. And then after that, I went to AIMD Norfolk, and 2 years into that, I got PTS converted to CTT, so I had to go to Corey Station in Pensacola, Florida. A year and a half there, came up here to Bainbridge, and been here ever since.
That's right. Just got to ask, what's your best moment in the Navy, all those years of service, all those different things that you've done?
The best thing that I've ever done is So the best thing I ever did was meet my wife in Sigonella on a blind date. So without that job, I would never have met her or my son. So that was the best thing.
Okay, that's a great story. Now, ma'am, if you would just say, just tell us a little bit about what's the best part of bringing the ship into New York City for you?
The best part about bringing the ship into New York City would probably just all the support that we've seen and all the support that was here when we pulled in. That was really great to see how welcoming everyone here was.
That's great. And what's been your best experience in the Navy so far?
Just all the people that I've met, the people that were once friends that I can now consider family, and all the places I've been able to see. My favorite place probably is Rome so far. That was a really fun trip.
That's great. And thank you for your service from all of us at the American Legion. And ma'am, again, what has been your best experience so far in your Navy career?
I would have to say that as a division officer on my last tour on the USS San Antonio, I was able to re-enlist one of my senior sailors, and that was probably the pinnacle of being a divo for me, is making sure that my guys had everything they wanted, and they wanted to be in the Navy for longer. So I'd say that was the top of my career so far.
Absolutely. Were you on the ship last year when it came into New York for Fleet Week?
I was here last year.
And we saw the Secretary of the Navy describe you were going out on an important mission to Europe right after that.
That's true. We went over to the Baltic and did some joint operations with the foreign navies.
Well, that's great. And so how is it like now to take your ship here into New York this time?
Coming from a big deck to a smaller ship is a big change. I really enjoy the smaller crew. I know these people a lot better than I did when I first got here, and it's only been a couple months. So I'd have to say that I love the Bainbridge, and it's a great ship to be on.
Well, it's a fine U.S. Navy Arleigh Burke destroyer, and has got a great history. I actually met Captain Phillips a couple of years ago at an event, and his book is spectacular about describing what happened and how much he appreciated everybody in the Navy for rescuing him and all the effort that was made.